Hi there, welcome to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the 3 different ways that you can play slaps on the Pandeiro. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ferguson, I'm a percussionist based in Edinburgh. If you click up here, you'll see my previous video, which was how to play tones on the Pandeiro. This one is all about the slap. I'm sure there are more ways that you can play slaps, but I like to categorize them into 3 different types. The first one is the traditional slap. This can be heard alongside the traditional tone that I mentioned in last week's video, where it's existed since the start of the Pandeiro, pretty much. This slap is in the middle of the drum with an open palm, snapping your wrist back, moving the drum up as you're moving your hand down, and the main contact is in your fingertips. It's almost like you're trying to grab onto the skin. You want to kind of try and keep them down there. Don't press them in too much so that it's difficult to come away again, but enough to kind of not make any overtones like that. You want it to be a snap. This can be heard in rhythms like Coco, for instance, with a traditional tone. Next we have the Moderno slap. Now this is probably one of the harder sounds to master on the Pandeiro, for me anyway. It took me such a long time. Essentially, it's the same as the traditional tone. So now you really want to go back and check that video. But instead of letting it bounce off the side of the drum, you're wanting to press your thumb down in the middle of the drum. Unlike the traditional slap where I kind of let my hand leave the drum a little bit, when I'm playing the Moderno slap, I don't let my hand leave the drum at all. What I'm doing is I'm keeping my fingers up here on the skin, moving my hand, bottom half of my hand away, as well as the drum away from it, like you would for just playing the Placinellas. And then I keep my fingers there and then come down from that position, leading with my thumb and really putting a lot of welly into it. It's useful in a lot of ways. It just allows you to add a lot more syncopated sort of snare slappy sounds to your grooves. Here's a quick example of the difference between the traditional and Moderno slap. So just going back and forth between the two. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the third slap, it's one that I've been using a little bit more lately, but isn't the easiest of slaps, and it works better on a nylon-headed Pandeiro, and that's what I like to call the hand drum slap. Not to say that it isn't a hand drum, but it's more like a conga or chimbal slap. We're going to be taking the traditional slap in the way that we approach that, and we're just going to move it towards the side of the drum and having some of your hand off of the instrument itself. This is useful in open grooves. As I mentioned last time, I kind of define open grooves as like partido alto, where it's just tones and slaps. You're not needing to worry about any kind of Placinella stuff. So all 3 slaps, sort of in sequence, sound like this. Actually, analysing my own playing just here now, I'm approaching this a bit more like a chimbal slap than a conga slap, but conga slaps also work. That's all the time we have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. If you're into Pandeiro and other Brazilian percussion, then be sure to stick around and stay tuned for the next video. Hope to see you there. Until then, bye.